oil producing state that he's talking about, probably Bayelsa, because those people in Bayelsa, they believe that Nigeria gets its source of wealth or source of income probably from oil. So they believe that if you're getting oil from our state, there should be a percentage that we will also be receiving. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there should be a percentage that we should be getting every year.
But guys, today we're going to talk about
politics. What is it?
Yeah, it's all about Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigerian president. You know, he said something,
Yeah.
and he was like, like the Nigerian youths are broke because they are lazy and uneducated. I was like,
with all due respect, you have ashamed the country of Nigeria and the youth of Nigeria as a father of the nation because you're the president. You ought to be ashamed. And you need to own your failure and take responsibility that you've failed to rule Nigeria and help the youth of Nigeria. You're supposed to have done exactly some of these that me, an inexperienced president, can tell you, oh, who's soon to be president, maybe.
hey guys, it's the Queens and Kings in the house, and today I'm chilling with Buka Chimmy in the house. Damn, hi Buka. How you feeling?
You always give me good vibes.
Yeah.
Because your Vanny got vibes.
Oh damn, I got you. So, I don't know this guy's name. Bro.
Why are you hating on your brother?
She doesn't know.
Hey handsome.
She calls me handsome.
What's your name?
Already a failed pickup line.
So
I
who
don't
has
know
a
any-
failed pickup line?
The girl has
The girl was just called you handsome.
I don't know his name, bro.
She has just failed so flat.
You know, this
Like
is,
you wanted her to hit up on you.
I just want to see the weight of her brains.
bruh.
Bruh, you want a woman to hit up on you.
Yeah, you know, brains come after the beauty. That's why there's always question and answer during Miss World top 3 contestants in every African country. I've set up the pageants running. I usually set up questions for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, suppose you don't know someone's name, how best can you introduce the person?
But she called you handsome.
I don't know.
I'm not even interested.
Or
in
you
how I
always
look
look in the mirror and be like,
Apparently,
I mean,
I'm
like-
not interested in how I look like. That's why I don't put on makeup or lipstick. Why I even don't
but
care
what man wears lipstick and makeup?
as long as you're in Hollywood, you're on set.
This is you, girl.
You can wake up. You're supposed to powder up. It's part of what they call photo etiquette for cameras.
Looks like we're going in for another lecture, man.
Bruh.
Apparently. So, can you please introduce me better, lady?
I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but damn. All right. Right about now, I got a hand. You know, me, I like calling people handsome.
So,
I'm sorry.
you call everybody handsome.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, because
You thought you were
we all created in
exceptional.
in God's image, so we all handsome and we all beautiful.
Even the women have.
Yeah.
Okay. Well represented.
All right. So, I don't know how I'm gonna do this without knowing his name, but all right, let's do this.
I also don't know my name. Why don't you call me by my first dad's name? Adam.
You have a first dad and a
Adam.
second dad and
Or
a third
Adamu. Or Adama.
Adama.
Adam, yeah. Genesis. The book of Genesis. Come on. You don't know. Don't worry. By the end of the day,
In the
know
Bible.
exactly. Don't worry. Hey, hi, lady. How you doing, man?
Angry.
Yovi, what you got for us today?
What do you got for us, babe? B.
No,
She's
come
still
here.
shocked
V.
by you being handsome and you
V.
being intelligent.
Nah, don't buy that. That's a failed line.
Mm-mm.
They're being handsome.
It doesn't work, man.
You're the only
In the
classic
dark-
man
In the
here.
dark, everybody is the same. Then you begin to feel where the beards. Where is the man? The men by their beards and the muscles on their chests.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about. Sheila, why are you laughing like that?
Yeah,
He's attracted to you. That's
we're on
obvious.
kings and queens. So right in the center here, there's a queen. Over there is a king. I am the subject in this case. So, Vanessa, how do you want me to take it? You asked my name. I'm called Shilongo, the man from Namibia.
You're from Namibia?
Exactly. Namibia.
You're lying.
Shilongo.
Shilongo.
That's why I got the name, man.
So why are we calling you Sheila when you're Shilongo?
I'm
Damn.
Shilongo.
I'm calling you Shilongo.
Shilongo. So I don't know which one.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Shilongo.
Nah. That H does not exist in Namibian stuff. You know what I mean? Manishiwa, Oshinawa. Let's speak a bit of Namibian dialect.
You know,
this is a Pan-African show.
I'm getting AKAs of you.
Oshinawa, Manishiwa. It means where's the money, girl? You know what I mean? So yeah, you're talking about today.
Oh my God, I'm so smiling so much. But guys, today we're going to talk about
politics. What is it?
Yeah, it's all about Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigerian president. You know, he said something.
Yeah.
And he was like, like the Nigerian youths are broke because they are lazy and uneducated. I was like,
was it broke and lazy when you was a youth? It's just a question of, because you cannot know unless you've been there. You know.
But I have
How did he become president?
I have something for you guys.
Okay.
I want to
Are
read
Nigerian
it for
youths
you.
broke?
Are they broke?
Are
As
they-
far as I
are
know,
they
they are richer than
uneducated?
They are richer than some of the rest
I
of
know, right?
Africa. I mean,
You wanted to read something.
Wow.
Yeah, let me read for you something
Just read
real
that,
quick.
then I'll have a Nigerian
Yeah,
friend on the
like
call.
someone said, please do.
it's like, from my experience of living and working in Nigeria, within a month I stopped wasting my time
Khaled,
and
stay on the line.
blood pressure on trying to get anything fixed locally at my all-inclusive compound apartment by the local youth employed by the owner, and bought some power and construction tools to fix things myself. So-called tradesmen, plumbers, carpenters, electricians, turning up hours late for jobs, not bringing their tools with them, some saying they needed to go to rent them and asking for money in advance for gas, as in for fuel, for chance. They would wander off and then come back days later without appointment. I fixed it all myself after that and never employed a local for anything within my classic handyman skills range. Not because of the cost, but because I just couldn't deal with the guaranteed frustration it took to try and get something done satisfactorily. That's the laziness at its worst kind. The people who turned up to my door had the opportunity of gainful employment but couldn't be bothered to take it to this kind of cut to their advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Khaled, my brother.
Yeah. So he was frustrated.
Yeah.
Imagine you're in our apartment and then they say, we have people who are going to fix this. And then the people show up and like, hey, I need to hire that tool. And by the way, give me transport money.
I know.
They call it gas money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and the guys never show up back. I mean, they come back days later. Oga, Chineke, you know what happened, go? Eh? When I reached there, the two didn't come, and then we wait, and then we see none. Eh? Oga, Chineke, oh.
So I have a friend on the phone, yeah? He's Nigerian.
Okay.
Khaled, how far?
I'm good, bro. How about you?
I'm good as well. I don't know if you guys can hear Khaled.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Khaled, you're welcome. We are live on our podcast, the Kings and Queens podcast.
Okay.
You there?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, so we have a question, yeah? We bumped into a video. Your president said something 5 years ago. It was at the Commonwealth business something. And he said Nigerian youths are broke because they are lazy and uneducated. And we wanted to get your take on that, you being a Nigerian and you being a youth.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. And I think what he meant by that statement, there are different ways we can actually interpret things. You understand? So I think he was actually talking about, because it started with oil producing state. So I think that's Bayelsa and some other Bayelsa to be precise. So, and he was talking about they want free thing. I think that statement, it's actually it's limited to Bayelsa and probably the northern part of Nigeria. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because you said you know that the northern part has a greater population. You understand? And I haven't been to the north. I haven't been there before, but I have a friend that did his NYSC there. He did his NYSC in Jigawa, and he used to say he's the one that used to like force. He's one that used to force the student to like to come to school because they are not in probably the northern people. They don't really have this like high hopes on education or anything. So they believe in farming or some other stuff. I don't know, maybe his statement it's actually limited to that, or it's actually limited to the oil producing state that he's talking about, probably Bayelsa, because those people in Bayelsa, they believe that Nigeria gets its source of wealth or source of income probably from oil. So they believe that if you're getting oil from our state, there should be a percentage that we will also be receiving. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there should be a percentage that we should be getting every year. Mm-hmm. You understand? Maybe probably because Nigeria is getting oil from their state, they don't want to work. They don't want to work or do some other stuff. They believe that okay, fine, you should give us free education or some other stuff. Maybe that was what it meant because it made mention of oil producing states. You understand? But if you're trying to like generalize the statement, like generalize it in all Nigerian states, that's a very big mistake or a misconception because you can't say Nigerian youth are lazy. We all know that Nigerian youth are not lazy and they are very, very educated, even more than any other African countries. Nigerians always know. They took education more than any other thing. Probably mostly in the western part. Even if you didn't go to school, your parents are going to scold you, they are going to beat you. So you don't just have to like believe what a statement a man made, but not even just a man, an old man. And the funniest part is that during his own youth, education at that time it's very free. Like schooling is really free, and they have higher like a higher rate of schooling and of going abroad to school because a lot of people can sponsor the education to school abroad. And even with the fact that education is actually free, then I'm not sure this man is not even being able to like to have a school cert, like a primary school certificate. He can't even defend that properly. I saying that statement is coming from a man that don't even have a primary school certificate. But
we're saying that because the statement came from your president.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you, sorry.
The statement came from your president.
I know it's coming from our past president, but like I said, everybody has a way of everybody has their right to opinions. That's his own opinion. But I'm 100% sure that Nigerians are not lazy and they don't expect things for free. They work very hard. Like even the rate of if I'm not mistaken, the rate of Nigerians that get admission into universities probably around 2018, 2019 should be around 1.8 million. Imagine 1.8 million like schooling, like gaining admission, being an undergraduate student. Like so, you can't just say Nigerians they are not lazy. They work there. Even if wants to no more like get to like understand the statement of this man, you should just like ask people around, people in different countries, probably people in different countries, US, UK, even your country. Ask them like how many Nigerians are there and what are they actually doing? The majority they are working. Imagine leaving your comfort zone, like go to another countries to work. And meanwhile, someone is going to come online and be like, Nigeria youth are lazy. What does that mean? So the statement is actually wrong. It's to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe it was actually referring to people in the northern part or the Bayelsa people. But apart from that, the statement is very wrong. Nigerians are not lazy, and they don't want everything for free. They work their ass off to get things.
So Khalid, are you saying that people in the northern states are lazy or something? Because you're saying probably if he had said that statement.
No, I said maybe he meant people in his state, like people in his country. No, don't let me generalize the northern part because I also have some friends. I have friends from Sokoto, from Chokoto, from Bauchi. And I know how hardworking they are. Even the northern people are not. If the only thing you can talk about the northern people is probably the educational aspect. But apart from the educational aspect, if it comes to working, them the northern they are very hardworking. Even in Lagos, you see the northern people. They can do all kinds of work. Like northern, they don't be like, no, this is a dirty job. They do all work. They do shoemaking. They do like dirty work. They do just to get this money. So Nigerians are not, in some Nigerians are not lazy. The thing I say about Northern is maybe the educational aspect. They don't really value education, but they work a lot. Like they work, so the Northern part they are not lazy. But educational wise, maybe they don't really have interest in going to school, which is normal.
Okay, we feel you, bro. You guys have heard what?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Khaled.
Yeah, I really appreciate, man.
All right, thanks for chilling with us. But before you go, I have one more question for you. We've talked about Nigerians before on this podcast, yeah? And it's been mixed reactions coming in and out, yeah? So my question is, hold up just a minute, don't wait. We've had this back and forth going on and asking questions, and Nigerians have been so vocal, yeah, about who they are and what they represent and their values and what they believe in. But my question is, can I trust a Nigerian? Are Nigerians honest people?
That's it. That I can't say it's a tricky question, because the question is in every country we have the and the bad people. You understand? So it applies to every other countries. There are even like an American youth. Some of them engage in. There has been random shooting. You can hear that in this state, someone just came out and was shooting people like all of a sudden. So the thing is, it's almost everywhere. There are good people, and at the same time, there are actually bad people too. But trusting a Nigerian guy, it should be at your own risk. You should have at least know the person you're trying to trust. Know a few things about him or her. You understand? So you can't just make people online be like, you want to trust him because he said something. You must at least gain one or two things, like just your how can I say it? There should be a feelings in you that be like, fine, this person is real and this person is not real. You understand? Even when you're getting this kind of message that this person is not real, you should at least give it a chance. Not trusting with your money or any other thing, but you should just have a close observations. Try to in a statement, in its words, at least you can be able to fish out one or two things that you can put together and be like, this person can be trusted or this person cannot be trusted. But I can't say you should trust a Nigerian, to be honest.
Reason why this question is being asked here. When you talk about a Nigerian, the first thing that comes in the mind is scamming and drugs.
Why should scamming come in mind? Scamming shouldn't, when you mention in Nigeria, scamming shouldn't be the first thing to come in your mind. Recently, either Bachi or Basi, she held the Guinness World Record of cooking, and academically, Nigeria is growing. Music-wise, they are growing. The entertainment industry is growing. So there are a lot of things you are seeing online. Yeah, I'm sure you are actually seeing the good things online more than the bad things. So just a normal, I'm not sure an elite or a rational person, they'll talk to him about Nigeria, and the first thing that's going to come on his mind is scamming. I'm not sure. That's the misconception.
Okay. So Khalid, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. I really appreciate it.
I'll probably ask you if you mind disclosing your identity, sharing your handles with us, your social media handles.
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, should I really say that now?
Yeah, you can say it now.
Actually, I'm into so my Instagram handle is DJ.
I think you first tell us who you are and what you do, and then your handles.
Sorry, my name is Taiwo. I'm a graduate, and so I'm a DJ too. I'm into music. I'm a DJ. I play and stuff. So, and at the same time, I'm into crypto. So I do crypto. I sell and buy BTC more especially. So that's what I do. But most importantly, I'm a DJ. And sorry, my Instagram handle is DJ underscore Calitons. That's for my what's it called? That's for my Instagram. So my Snapchat is underscore Calitons7, and my Twitter is DJ Calitons7. So those are my social media handles.
All right, Khalid, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much, bro. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Big up. Much love from East Africa.
Thank you. All love Africa.
Yeah.
All right, we'll link up, yeah?
Thank you, bro.
All right, bless him. So there you go.
So, Booker, according to what Khalid said, he painted a picture like what the president said 5 years ago. He was wrong about Nigeria. He said something. He was like, maybe in the north, people don't take education seriously, but they are not lazy. They work their ass off to gain a living. So he stated, and he was like, I don't understand why he made that kind of statement, but definitely Nigeria isn't broke. Nigerian youths work their ass off. They ain't lazy. There are people who strive to get where they are.
I see now you're changed. So finally we come to an understanding of what Nigeria is exactly.
Yeah, like basically a person who can like buy a piece of land and build his own house on his own money. That person isn't broke. Bro, those people are hardworking.
Shiloh, you heard what Khalid has just said. What's your input on that?
As far as I know, most of my brothers back in Nigeria are very well educated. They put education at its best.
Yeah.
You can compare with what the youth speak on social media and the kind of things they do, the projects they do, the innovations they do.
Yeah,
they're one of the best brains in Africa at the moment. And I wish the rest of Africa youth would eulogize them and follow follow in the steps of the Nigerians.
Okay.
So Nigerians are very hardworking. That's why they make up for the most of exported players from our talent from Africa, even in terms of music, in acting, and in other areas of life. And that's why you find them in different countries surviving on their own without the help of their government. Yeah. You know, they don't have any free fodder coming in from back home. They have to go out there and work themselves off.
So could it be a thing of failed leaders blaming the youths?
The failed
because
leaders,
of them is having failed systems.
You know, there's what they call character assassination. As repeat that. Somebody could do something in the picture or in the background of something else. Yeah. So these guys are failed.
Or maybe the president was asked a question that he couldn't be held accountable for.
No,
and he wanted to shoot someone in the head.
The president shot himself in the foot.
Damn.
If you were a president, would you say that?
If it's true,
you're lazy.
If it's true.
Like your people are lazy and uneducated.
By this case, someone said it's not true. And they gave us
what did they say?
Actual statistics.
He said that lazy and what?
Uneducated.
Okay, fine. What are the millennium development goals for a country like Nigeria? Education comes in first. 2, employment. Do you give them jobs and they fail to work? No. How do you call someone lazy? You know, this rhetoric goes around Africa and even in homesteads where parents have failed to take care of certain things or raise the kids in a certain way. They'll blame the kid for being lazy and forgetting that the parent. The president basically, as Museveni calls it, the president of Uganda, you are all my grandchildren. That's what he calls the youth. I'm your grandfather. So basically it's to blame in case anything fails to work out with the youth. Yeah. That's why he comes running and is like, hey, projects for the youth. Yeah. We need to give them some money. We come for loans. That's what Nigerians should be doing. You see? They are all rich country in Africa. But apart from that, when it comes to the skill set of manual work, manual sports, and kind of areas like that, these guys are very hardworking. They have the best athletes in Africa. at the moment. All Nigeria.
Yeah.
So
I think Nigerians are invested in most industries in the world.
Yeah.
If you look at the entertainment, the tech world, the business, the entrepreneurship world,
really
the
well
innovation
represented
world,
in everything.
you get.
Even in religion.
So
They are well represented in Africa.
is that a
Even in
statement?
juju.
Let me ask you. Let me shoot a question.
Even in
Is that a
religion.
question? Eh?
Yeah, even in fake deals.
Did you say even in juju?
Even in fake deals. They're the best tags also. You know, Nigerians. Yeah, we're proud of you.
But
Keep on the hard
let me
work.
shoot a question.
But in the positive
even
side,
last time I told Buka, those people are very good scammers.
Yeah. I mean,
And he was
No,
like,
you
they're
see,
not scammers,
Shiloh,
they're just
Shiloh.
bright.
Shiloh,
Yeah.
let me tell you one
You're
thing.
sugarcoating
If
the
someone
word.
outsmarts you,
yeah, they are brighter than you.
if someone
They are
outsmarts you,
brighter
you're
than
the
you.
dumbest person.
Yeah.
They are the bright.
They are brighter
the
than
brightest
you.
people.
It's that simple.
But they're
It's
hurting
just
people's
specific-
feelings.
Do you know what it takes to scam someone?
Do you know why your feelings are hurt?
What?
It's because you're not wise enough not to raise up your expectations. Sometimes you have to be realistic. When you're walking here on earth, you're walking on earth. Like you see the people. The problem
No,
about
but the
the rest
essence,
of Africa.
you see, the
is
essence is
they
not
don't
them
want to accept what
scamming.
they
Yeah,
are.
the essence is not them scamming.
Yeah.
They answered the question, which is, how do I become rich, and
Yeah.
how do I change my life? They're like, okay, now by any means
But
possible,
actually,
I have to make money. How do I make
they're
money?
making money in a bad
In
way.
fact,
They're-
There
they're
is no
making-
bad way.
Listen,
Everybody
listen.
is a thief at the end of the day.
Listen.
It's how smart you are.
Listen.
No.
Listen, V.
come
At
on.
some point, they
Everything
are
is supposed to be
recouping
free on this
what
earth.
our ancestors suffered for as
Shiloh.
slaves.
No,
Everything's
like
supposed to be
Shiloh, have
free.
you ever been scammed?
No, you
Have
girls.
you ever
let
been
me ask
scammed?
You, let me ask
You know
Nigerian
that
lady. Are you an
feeling?
African lady? You scam guys into marrying your daughters with a lot of cattle, and then after that they end up misfiring and
No, that's called
misleading the
dowry.
family.
That's
no,
called dowry.
and then after that you've
You
used up the
have to pay dowry.
No,
Why are you taking people's children
that
for
is a
free?
scam, man.
No.
Dowry is a scam.
No.
It's a whole big scam, bro.
I bet that you bring it all willingly and happy
No,
with smiles.
I'm telling you that you girls are the biggest scammers. How would you want someone to pay for you? Then after that, you go and rule the person in their own home. It's my right as a woman. Which
At
is
some
okay.
point,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to give Nigerians their flowers. Like, trust me, you're gonna have to be like, you know what? I give you your flowers
But
because
Shiloh,
you're gonna accept that these guys outsmarted every African. Like I say,
I'm
and
proud
we
of
and you're
Nigerians.
gonna
all
accept
of you, bro.
that we have to learn from them.
I'm proud of you,
actually,
Nigerians.
me myself, I just can't trust
And-
a
and no-
Nigerian.
No, you need
You
to
don't
learn
have
something
to.
from
You don't
Nigerians.
have to, but
Okay,
you have to
I
learn.
just
What
learned from
nationality are
them,
you?
but-
What nationality are you?
I'm Ugandan.
Okay, let me tell you something. When it comes to the corruption and great in terms of crime, Ugandans are fast taking up the
No,
first
we
spot.
corrupt. We
Yeah.
we
No,
know
and
that
you're
we
thieves.
corrupt.
And also,
as well.
Khalid has just said on the call, that there is a lot of good news circulating
And
about
your thieves
about
in Uganda.
Nigeria. He talked about this lady who just won the cooking record, world record, who just
Yeah.
broke that. He talked about the wave of Afrobeats doing good.
Yeah.
He talked about the economic space Nigerians
Talk
are
about the
occupying.
spiritual space.
He's saying that,
and religion.
And religion.
And apart from that, prosperity.
you see,
The richest people
so he
come
said,
from
why are
Nigeria.
we even
That's
focusing
a
on the
result of
negative
hard
side
work.
of it?
The richest people in Africa, the majority come from
But
Nigeria.
Sheila, I bet you'll be heartbroken when you be like talk about the religious sector and the spiritual sector
Why?
when it comes to Nigeria. Do you know what TBT Joshua did to us?
How many-
He
how
broke
many-
our
how-
hearts.
how many-
Like my heart was broken.
When you said to us, who?
Who?
The
Who's
who?
us?
Who's us?
Me, okay. He
What-
broke
what-
my
what
heart.
did he break your
He
heart
broke my.
about?
I used to believe in the guy like damn, but there were like all the miracles and the stuff he did was all fake.
How do you call this thing that has happened before and then you're watching it again?
But I did ask
What
you
do you
to
call that in
believe him.
English?
You did believe in what
What
was
do
I
you call
used
that
to
in
believe.
English?
I used to believe in him. Like all the time,
How do you call-
So why
watching.
did you believe in a human?
Buka, how do you call the thing that has ever happened and then it happens in real
Is it
life?
deja vu?
Deja vu. Now, right now, what we're watching, I swear, it's
Like,
deja vu.
literally, why would you believe in
I've
man?
ever seen you days back, about a week ago, seated right here, wearing exactly that and talking exactly that a week ago.
No, but Shiloh, why would she
Deja
believe
vu.
in man?
I believe in
You're the
God,
people who
but-
believe in religion, not the word of God.
No, you believe in men. Okay, what? How did TB Joshua? I don't like
your
TB
heart.
Joshua. How did he disappoint you?
He disappointed
And
me.
then
I'll tell you how he
He
disappointed
You don't like
disappointed
the
me.
dead. You don't like the dead.
No, you wait. How did he disappoint
Because guy is dead already.
How did he disappoint you?
Like
You had high expectations.
Yes.
Okay, fine here. Do you know what is in Uganda?
What?
You have so many
But
sons
also,
of
yeah,
TB
yeah,
Joshua. Right
if
here, there is
TB Joshua
Kakande, there is
disappointed you,
Zuadu.
yeah?
There are so many
Shilo.
people, and you're
Shilo,
busy saying, we Ugandans are okay.
Shilongo.
The guy is dead, and these guys are doing exactly what the guy was
Shilongo,
doing.
if
Are you
TB
saying
Joshua,
anything? Why don't you
yeah?
go on media? Why don't you go on the news? Why don't you go on social media and say, hey, you're all sons of TB Joshua? And let's say Kakande was recorded on tape saying he's a representative of TB Joshua. What have you come up to
course.
say against him?
No,
And then
she doesn't have
these
to
people
say
have
anything.
I don't have to say anything.
No, so
I
why
don't have
would
to
you
say anything.
Why are you pointing a finger to Nigerians when you're grooming your own evil right in the backyard?
No, if
Come on.
if Prophet TB Joshua disappointed you,
No,
go to Kakande because
is
Kakande
his
does
son,
exactly
is his
what.
representative, and TB Joshua has so many representative spiritual kids in Uganda who boldly said they are TB Joshua's spiritual kids. They do exactly what they do. What he does, you can see Kakande.
It's more of a replica. Even the church being built.
Yeah.
It's more of a replica of the synagogue church.
It's exactly what TB
But
Joshua.
guys, let's leave.
Because he was like-
let's leave TB
No,
Joshua
you
alone.
wait. We can't leave that. This is a very strong point.
She has
This
to
is
nurse.
spiritual.
She has to nurse her broken pieces.
No. was it relating with you?
No.
Why in a relationship with
No.
Did you know him personally?
He was my pastor.
Where?
On
On
Emmanuel
TV.
TV.
So
That's
He
how
was my
funny it is.
pastor on Emmanuel TV.
okay, now here, let me tell you.
Like all the time, I'll be watching him.
Fine,
If
listen.
it tells me receive, I
Listen.
receive.
Kakande.
And how much did you receive?
No, you wait.
I received
you wait,
it
you
all.
Wait. Kakande and other people who I will not mention, but there are enough of those TB Joshua's children. They say they represent TB Joshua in Uganda. Okay?
Yeah, that's very true.
And
Actually,
then you're busy pointing a finger at TB Joshua who is dead, and while you're grooming the same evil in Uganda. I don't get that. Are you mad?
No, but now that's what we talk about. If we say Nigerians are scammers, we should learn from them. So Pastor Kakande learned from Prophet TB Joshua. If at all he was a scammer. If he wasn't, then
Do you know how many
Prophet
people, you have been
Kakande.
watching the BBC News. Do you know how many people have lost their lives? Do you
I
know how
watched
many girls were
I watched
raped?
the documentaries.
You see, I know of the situations where men of God are overly
Listen,
amplifiedly
Shiloh, I watched the
accused, you understand,
documentary.
on wrongdoings that they never got to involve.
Shiloh,
Yeah.
listen.
But this is his daughter.
Shiloh, listen.
Saying my dad did ABCD.
Shilongo, listen, real quick, yeah?
Yeah.
I watched the documentary. I just don't want these words to be words of the Kings and Queens podcast.
Yeah.
Or the men at work.
I mean,
these are
this
allegations.
This is a podcast.
These are allegations.
Yeah.
So we have to put a disclaimer.
runs down there.
But
Does not
I saw the
necessarily
podcast myself.
Yeah.
You get. I saw the podcast myself. But I also don't want the podcast to divert us
What do you
away
mean?
from the question we've been dealing with.
No, we are just talking about one person who got something wrong and impacted the rest of Ugandans who are busy doing the wrong things without changing and learning.
I wanted to ask you a
Who have learned
question.
nothing.
I wanted to ask you a question.
go on.
Was the statement that was made by the Nigerian president, was it supposed to be made by our president?
That what? Ugandans are lazy.
Ugandan youths are lazy
Unless I'm
and
uneducated.
uneducated.
Has the-
Was
has-
was
has-
our president the right person to make that
let
statement?
me ask.
Or
I'm
just asking.
Has the president of Uganda ever said such a thing? For instance,
No, he can't say
we're
such a
referring
thing.
to, you know, this is a Pan-African show.
Yeah.
So not just putting it
He
between
cannot
Nigeria
say
and
just
Uganda.
such a thing, but I'm asking, was he the right person to ask that question or to say that statement?
In Africa.
I'm just asking.
That guy, I said, he shot himself in the foot.
Okay.
You cannot blame your son for doing something wrong when you're the father in the family. You're supposed to cover up or make up for it.
Yeah.
In short,
Does covering up help?
that's a sign of a
Does
failed-
covering up help?
That's a sign of
Actually,
a
it paints a good picture
That-
of a country.
I think the best
to-
statement would have been him taking
He should
accountability.
have, it was the best time for him to market Nigerians and say, hey, Nigerians has a pool of talent that you people need to employ in other places. You see?
Marketing's there,
Because
but also
you see, let's first divert. As a person himself, what he has done in Nigeria, for instance, I was just trying to take up some notes here, write some notes. Nigeria is busy depending on oil. Yeah, there are other aspects it could depend on.
Yeah.
But
there's
then-
so many that
listen, hold that
and
thought
then
a little bit.
I'm just coming up. I'm going to let you speak.
I don't want you to read a lot.
No.
and
I've
miss
just
out-
written.
okay.
I cannot let this go. I've
Okay.
just been writing all these days. Dependency on oil. Nigeria's economy is largely dependent on oil. It could do other things.
Yeah.
The corruption. Nigeria's corruption has always been as it is. It's even worse than before. infrastructure deficit. Nigeria is doing badly in terms of infrastructure. I don't want to go into details. Unemployment rate has even increased since that guy came into government. Inadequate education system. I mean, much as these guys try hard to study, the system still does not help them come up with resources or with innovations that can help them solve the problems they're facing. Security, there's a lot of insecurity in Nigeria. Inefficiency and bureaucracy, sometimes you fail to come up with anything or succeed in a project in what? In Nigeria. I'm about to wind up. Foreign exchange issues. Nigeria has never had a stable market or position in the foreign exchange. You always hear of any other currency, but not Nigerian, Naira. Inflation. The inflation, the currency and the West.
You sound like you've had a shillings.
No. Hey.
You sound like you've had a shillings.
Like I said, I'm Nigerian. You see? I'm Nigerian. Let's specifically deal with this office. Apart from
Shiloh, we don't want the people watching this
don't
podcast.
Worry. I'm representing. I'm speaking on behalf of Africans.
Are you really Nigerian?
We feel for Nigeria. We see you bleed blood. We feel for you, bro. No, let me just talk about the leadership. Let me talk about the leadership. You say they fail in corruption. Their government has been ineffective. Poor infrastructure management, security challenges.
You sound like your government is not a failed one.
Failure to diversify the economy, inadequate education system, political instability. I've just said this. Election irregularities. One type of failure and rigging, and the next, and then someone comes into power. I'm the president of Nigeria. Mr. Buhari, His Excellency, with all due respect, you have ashamed the country of Nigeria and the youth of Nigeria. As a father of the nation, because you're the president, you ought to be ashamed. And you need to own your failure and take responsibility that you have failed to rule Nigeria and help the youth of Nigeria. You're supposed to have done exactly some of these that me, an inexperienced president, can tell you, who's soon to be president, maybe. Of the OAU, probably, Secretary General. Let me tell you something. Of the AU. Let me tell you something, Mr. Buhari. You should have come up with projects that help loan the youth to develop and have access to grants and loans that can enhance development in Nigeria. You need to have developed like how Gaddafi tried to do for Libya. For Libya. Try to provide housing for newly married couples, for graduates. Try to set up projects. You need to have given them sponsorship to study and get employment and internship in foreign countries. You can do this. Nigeria is a rich state. But why do you want to leave the wealth in hands of a few people?
When you say Nigeria, is Nigeria a rich state or a rich country?
Rich country.
It's a rich country and rich state, but poorly governed.
I wanted to say
it comes
something.
Down to leadership.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Nigerians, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. For the first, second, and even for eternity.
Shiloh,
as long as I breathe,
Shiloh, I wanted to ask a question.
Nigeria. And Nigeria, thank you for what you've done. Thank you, the youth. You've done the best you can.
I know.
Yeah.
Can I now speak?
Yeah, you could speak.
I wanted to ask a question. You talked about Nigeria depending on oil. Yeah? Is Nigeria into the production of petroleum?
Why don't you know?
I'm asking a question. You said you're Nigerian.
Of course. I speak. I'm an African.
There's having sources of oil.
Yeah.
And there's being in production.
They produce oil, bro. You don't know about that?
I'm asking a question.
I'm telling you, they produce oil. You Google, bro. If I'm to go there, it will take me a whole hour of explaining in detail about the finances that come in monthly, who assigns.
So why are the oil states? Why are the oil states very poor?
Greed, and
who's bringing the greediness?
Power, the leadership. It all comes down to one thing: a rotten head makes the body rotten. Wow. Would you think Nigeria could do better without a head? But imagine the head is rotten, and yet they are trying to elect somebody who could represent people into power, and you have nothing to stand for because everything is corrupt. So Nigeria, you need to wake up and pray.
So Shilongo, I need to understand a misconception that is happening because
please do.
No, you just said you're Nigerian.
Yeah, I'm Nigerian. Come on.
We need to understand a misconception. Do you think Nigeria is a mango that is really looking so ripe on the outside but rotten on the inside? And if so, who's to be blamed for that?
Incidentally, you've spoken about a fruit. What affects the fruit is its ability to reproduce. If it's rotten in the inside, which is the core of leadership, the generation of life and future, where all strategy and decision making is run in the state house, it means there's need for a change in the state house to the church house, to the mosques and every other place. If the leader is corrupt, it means there is no hope for the for the youth in future.
Do you think African leaders are failing African countries?
I think African leaders have failed. So it reflects.
Do you think it's also our fault that
not
we
all
are
of them
constantly blaming these African leaders and not doing anything to effect change? Because if we say there is democracy, let's say there is democracy, the power to vote, are we doing enough
May I ask you something?
to out these people?
May I ask you something?
Yeah, please go
Have
ahead.
you ever voted before? And the person and your preferred candidate never gets through?
I voted.
Exactly. So it happens.
Now I voted. I did go and vote. You get.
You did
You
go
did?
and vote.
I did go and vote. And
Okay.
the person I voted for, that is confidential right now.
Okay.
You
But I'm
get.
saying, I said that in any instance, even if in class or any place.
It doesn't
from
mean,
school.
let's say for example, Uganda is failing. The Electoral Commission of Uganda is failing.
Yeah,
it doesn't
very.
mean Uganda is Africa. You get. But if we rise up as Africa and then a certain country A comes up with an election that is fair, you get, and then country B does the same, and then country C does the same, maybe we can also pick up.
Okay, the thing is this. They say
Or
behind every
maybe-
cloud
or
there's a
maybe-
silver lining. Yeah, no, you first finish the
No,
maybe.
you
then
go ahead.
Behind every cloud there's a silver lining. No matter how worse the storm is, there is always hope that there is a sun above the storm.
So you're asking us to stay patient till these people get to their overlife age and then transition into the afterlife and then clean up
we need to
our
realize
house.
we need to realize something, that there is a higher power
That's
beyond
good.
the leaders.
That's good.
Exactly.
It is the Kings and
So
Queens
we can still
podcast.
change.
Yeah, you don't add on to the punchline. It is the Kings and Queens podcast. We are powered by a peaceful home located in Virginia, USA, man.
Yeah.
A peaceful home. Thanks for supporting this podcast. We are all about love. We are all about humanity. We are all about Pan-Africanism.
Peaceful.
Yeah. Shilongo
Yes.
and the Queen herself. I'll
Yeah.
ask you one question. This misconception of Nigerians being scammers, is it partly to be blamed to the Nigerian leaders?
I think it comes from the spiritual side as well. Because corruption starts in the spiritual. Hey, you can continue, sorry.
No, go ahead and show through.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, well, you're looking at TB Joshua,
Yeah.
but I know of countless successful, well-doctrined teaching people, leaders who have come from Nigeria and have been so impactful even in Uganda. You can tell me about any 10 or 20 pastors in Uganda, and I'll tell you they got inspiration from Nigerian preachers. For instance, Tunde Bakare, Archbishop Benson Idahosa, Bishop Adeboye, then Oyedepo. You understand?
Yeah.
Chris, what's this Chris guy?
Pastor Chris.
Pastor Chris Oyakilome.
Yeah, I know that guy.
And you know, TD Jakes, actually, the American base is originally, he traced his roots. He comes from Nigeria. And then there's Bishop Duncan Williams. And then there are many more who have actually been able. You wait a little bit. Wait a
Are you
little
launching
bit.
an
Wait
attack
a
on
little bit.
spiritual
Wait.
leaders?
No.
Are you?
No, I'm showing you something. I'm coming. These guys have enabled Ugandans to be able to be morally upright. And Ugandans took in their message. When they came here, they've been in
Which is a good
stadiums.
thing when you say morally upright. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
how
a good
Ugandans
thing.
have been able to fight whatever they don't like, they don't agree with internationally. You
true.
understand?
Yeah.
Including homosexuality
Yeah.
and other things they claim, which are derailing the youth. So, when you talk about spiritualism, the biggest and the Nigerian preachers have taught Nigerians where the leadership has failed. They have taught Nigerians, hey, you can work hard, you can pray to God, work hard, stay in your country.
Yeah.
And these guys have bought presidential jets. preachers have personal jets.
But
Do you know how many preachers in Nigeria have personal jets?
You
Some
said
of them
it.
have even up to 6
like
personal
Sheila,
jets.
Sheila, you've said it. Like how are they even able to buy those personal
Now,
jets?
Sheila-
They are motivation speakers.
No, they're buying them with our money.
No, you wait. I'm talking about the preachers in Nigeria.
No, Shiloh is icing. He's good at icing everything.
You know, he likes sugar coating
You wait.
yeah?
I'm telling you, people who have positively.
Shiloh, let me ask a straight up
impacted.
question. Let me
Uganda.
ask Shiloh. Let me ask a straight up question, and I need a straight
Please
up
do.
answer.
Yeah.
Are all Nigerian spiritual leaders or pastors?
It's already wrong.
Okay.
All does
No,
not.
listen.
Even
Shiloh.
the devil fell from
Shiloh,
the
let me
corner of
ask a
heaven.
question. Yeah, and I need a straight up answer. All the preachers you've mentioned are very powerful and
Yes.
influential.
And
Who
they
Yeah.
are,
died. Some
who
of them
have,
died. Some of them died
yes,
upright.
but
without
still,
any scandals.
their roots stem across Africa.
Yeah.
You get
That's
there's a
spiritual
synagogue
sons
church.
and
I know
wives.
Pastor Chris has a bunch of churches here.
Yeah.
Among them, I've not mentioned any synagogue church leader among the ones.
You mentioned TB.
No, I said not TB.
Okay.
said,
That
I
was
never
TB.
said-
Okay.
I said we have
As spiritual leaders from Nigeria,
not.
as spiritual leaders from Nigeria, scammers as well.
To be honest with you, I've heard stories.
Mm.
That's why I said some spiritual leaders. From
And you mentioned big
Good
names.
enough you've had
I
them.
mentioned the names of people, the specific people, the
that
leaders.
roll in private jets, but then the flock is
No,
on
no,
their
you wait.
side.
No. Wait. You know the richest man, Dangote?
Isn't Dangote just a title?
No, you wait. Do you know Dangote? It's a name.
There are a lot of it's a name. I
It's a
thought
name.
it's a title of a rich
Okay,
person.
the guy is the richest. Do you know how he became? Let me just dissect this because we need the viewers to really understand that we know what we're talking about.
That's the
Yeah.
essence of this podcast.
Dangote was going on a plane, and then Archbishop Benson Idahosa was hosting an American evangelist who would come and perform miracles and pray for Africans in Nigeria, who was T.L. Osborne.
Yeah.
He was living in a plane. The plane was set to take off.
Yeah.
And was on its runway. And then he went into the tower. What's it called? The control tower. And told the person controlling and said, "Attention, please. I need 2 seats from your plane."
How did he even get to the tower?
You wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to come up to there. But now,
Okay, it's not
I'm
making
just
any
trying to
sense,
shortcut the details. I'm just going straight to the point, to Dangote.
Do you know what it feels like? To
No.
You
First,
the protocol at
it's
the
not about-
airport.
It's not about feelings right now. I'm trying to
No,
get-
but the protocol at
that-
the airport.
I
Like, how do you
understand.
get to the
It's
tower?
I know, right?
It's not about feelings right now. I'm trying to tell you things. As they were.
No,
You
we
can
need
go and-
facts, Shiloh.
You can go and Google them. Go and Google them.
Like how
Go.
did he even get to the control
Bro,
tower?
go and Google
You know-
them. Here we are.
He went to the tower and then
Yeah.
He went to the
And
tower.
he said, yes. This is Archbishop Benson Idahosa.
And
If
it
anybody
sits.
is about the plane, I'm only requesting 2 seats for my 2 visitors to fly. Please give up your 2 seats. If you feel you're ready, please let me know. And then they were not sure.
Yeah, like people started thinking about it.
So
and
he
stuff.
walks into the plane and he points, "You and you, give me your seats. I'll take care of you and pay for your costs. Let my visitors go on this plane because they need to urgently go for a next meeting back in the US.
Yeah.
Among them was Dangote, among the people he picked.
Yeah.
Dangote was happy he gave up his seat because he said that when he did that and he came off, and then T.L. Osborne and his partner climbed and went back to the US. This gentleman took care of them. He gave them whatever they needed and he blessed them and the man's prayers. And he told him, one day you're going to be one of the richest men in Africa. That's what the man of God, Archbishop Benson Idahosa, told him. And from then on, whatever the guy did succeeded. That was not juju. That's what they call blessing.
Yeah.
And apart from that, the government was running under the blessing of Archbishop Benson Idahosa in Nigeria. It's not that he was the overall, he was not the God. You understand? But they used to pray. You understand?
Yeah.
And in his time, corruption was at its lower side.
Is he still alive? Or?
No, he passed on.
Okay.
But he passed on a rich man and he made so many normal, lowly people believe in themselves, work hard and get rich and get deals from across. Dangote is there. He's not a thief. He's not fake. He's not He genuinely made his riches and he became rich. You can correct me on that.
I need to Google the story, man.
Please do.
I'm going to.
That's
Actually, immediately.
He must have
after,
been
I
a very
have to.
powerful man to like go to the control tower and then go direct.
I tell you what, I personally knew Archbishop Benson Idahosa. The first time he came to Uganda, I saw this man. I never knew men could be that clean and that wealthy. He walked into this place.
Did he bless you as well?
Bro, we're coming there. He walked into this place and his face was super clean. And he looked rich. And he spoke with authority.
I know.
This is one man who has raised 6 dead people. Dead people, confirmed dead. Documented with all hospital evidence, they were dead. One man, Archbishop Benson Idahosa. So we, when we're speaking on this podcast, sometimes we know exactly what we're talking about. Like, hey, when you talk about, hey, now TB Joshua was a devil, whatever, probably. Yes. And I tell you what, I know exactly how the devil works. Let me even surprise these viewers. I've ever touched the devil. The devil does exist. I've ever touched him. If you ask me how he feels like, his skin, the real skin, feels like a snake. I'm telling you. Hey, let me tell you, yeah, you can laugh at it. You wait. These guys think I'm laughing. I've been to the underworld. I have been to the underworld. And I'm telling you who's watching me, I've been to the underworld. Okay? So I know exactly. So when it comes to the other side of life, when it comes to this other spiritual side of life, the church side of life, the holiness.
But let us take that in.
Wait. No. I'm telling you people, I speak things that I know. Okay. And when it comes to one more thing.
Yeah, please.
One more thing.
You have all the time.
No, I don't have all the time. Just a few.
We're giving you all the time.
No, I don't want all the time. I have performed miracles in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
The crippled have walked in my meetings without me even praying for them. So when I talk about miracles and stage miracles, I know people who stage miracles, people who push people, and people who buy people. You know, those people really frustrate. I hate fake preachers.
You just turned into a preacher, man.
That what? No, this podcast is about discussing Nigerian stuff. So, but let me tell you.
No. It's not about discussing Nigerian stuff. We were talking about Nigerians.
Okay.
Yeah, and then along the way you said...
We went into religion.
You said, but still in the same line. Yeah. And you said you also performed miracles.
Yes, I did.
And
in
then
the name
asked,
of Yeshua HaMashiach. That's the name of Jesus Christ.
And now
in Hebrew,
I'm throwing a question to you.
Yeshua HaMashiach.
Did you stage some...
Did you
stage some miracles?
No, why would I stage miracles? If things are not working, it's not me to blame. God is the owner of power.
Yeah.
All power belongs to God. Once have I had, twice, once have I had. Once it has been spoken. And power belongs to God. That's what the scripture says.
Okay, it's the Kings and Queens podcast.
Yeah.
That's
Shilongo. Glory to God.
Shilongo, the man from Namibia, Nigeria.
And the
He's
rest
an
of
African.
Typical African.
Yeah.
From the islands of Sese. Okay, you see, what I like about Nigerians is that they believe in whatever they do.
Yeah.
They mean what they say. When they lie, they lie. When they steal, they steal. You know? And when they get married as a sign of corruption or trying to cheat someone, they do it with one heart.
Yeah.
You understand? You've heard of Nigerians who have been successful in what they do.
Yeah, I had the Nigerian who sold the fake airport to was it a Chinese or Philippines investor? Billions of dollars. But the airport wasn't in existence. That's how smart they are.
Bro, have you heard about this Ugandan who just got over $2 million from Americans?
I read the story.
Yeah, man.
I read the story. I saw it on Instagram.
So Ugandans are also becoming smart.
I told you.
Ugandans are learning from Nigeria.
Ugandans are taking up the first spot of being corrupt people. We need to deal with this right now. Homegrown.
Ugandans in South Africa are becoming sangomas. You know these guys who are like fortune tellers.
Bro, I tell you what, funnily, I was in Southern Africa for quite a spell. That's why I say I'm an African. And I tell you what, the most lucrative thing somebody could do at that time, because remember, if you don't have all those qualifications which are needed, is to be a what they call a sangoma.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, okay. In other areas of Southern Africa, in SADC, they call them different names. But let's go back to the real Johannesburg kind of thing. You become a Sangoma. Why people are desperate? Imagine, for instance, in Namibia, in Windhoek, where the what's it called? The ratio of men to women is less. Like for every 4 women, there is only 1 man.
There's only 1 man.
Oh.
You understand what I mean?
It's like 4 to 1.
Yeah, 4 to 1. So you get, and you know one interesting thing? These guys look exactly like you. Like exactly
You
like
lying.
They look exactly like you. Like, you know, so much that when I was there, I instantly began falling in love with, looking for a black African typical girl to fall in love with. Because I was like, man, I've just seen all these girls are cute and they're all light skinned and everything like this. Just like you.
So, Shiloh.
Yes.
You've had good times, man. You've lived your life. Feels like you've had it all. Traveled, seen the good girls. So you preached,
you want to
made
know about
miracles. Nigeria? No, I'm just summing up the podcast because, man, we need to like exit this place.
Nigeria also has a hard
so
life.
my thing
the
is,
conditions are harsh than Uganda.
No, my thing is, do we all agree that Nigerians are still the smartest people in Africa and the most hardworking people in Africa, or we don't? Or is it a question that we should throw back to the people that watch our podcast to also contribute to it? And then the next time we come back here, we read these comments and read these views.
Let me tell you something.
You get.
Let me tell you something small.
Because we need to hear from Nigerians.
While you're winding up, I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you something. I was with this Nigerian ambassador.
Give us the name, please.
I've forgotten his name. But he hosted me.
But you are with him?
I was with him.
Okay.
He knew Uganda's former president. And he hosted him in Zambia. So I met this gentleman in Namibia. He hosted me at his location.
Residence.
Location, yeah, it could be residence or whatever, but he hosted me.
Yeah.
And then he told me that I have problems with Ugandans. I have some Ugandans who work for the UN here. But I have problems with Ugandans. They're never straight. They cover up each other's sins. You understand?
That's a bro code.
If you want to succeed.
That's a bro code. Covering up
And
a
then,
bro's
so he was
sins
telling
is
me
a bro code.
and told me that's the reason why Ugandans have failed to get international jobs. And that's why Nigerians have beat them.
I don't get it.
Okay.
It don't make sense. Covering up for someone's sins is being a bro code.
Corruption.
Then stop sugarcoating. Say corruption like corruption.
It is corruption, bro.
Before we put it out of context.
It's corruption. There's what they call justice.
So Nigerians are not corrupt.
I know. That man was telling me the reason why Nigerians have more international jobs compared to Ugandans, for instance, is because Ugandans are not straightforward. Like, okay, let's go back to the local grammar. Or I was going to call it drama. Someone wants to say, how are you? And then say, I was wondering, how are you? I wanted to say, how are you? Then say, do you have time for me? I wanted to see you. So basically, already the corruption is manifesting in its grammar.
Yeah.
You know? And this has been even imported in churches. It has been imported, exported everywhere. And now we're never clear.
Shiloh, your statement.
I mean, it's even affecting our music. That's why some of our artists are not able to sell out there. Because they lack communication skills. They never mean what
you are confusing the hell out of me. Is it expression failing to express themselves? Or is it corruption?
It is. How do you call ambiguity or lack of clarity?
No, give me a simpler word.
When something is ambiguous or lack of,
give me a simpler word.
When something is not clear, how do you call it?
I don't know.
Ugandans are not clear. Nigerians are clear.
Like they're like straight up.
Yeah.
Nigerians are straight up.
Straight up. If he's lie to you, he lie to you. Ugandan, you won't be sure. Is it like, because he'll say, I want
so you're a typical Ugandan because now, now it's making sense. But previously you've been like beating around the bush.
What?
Does that make you a typical Ugandan?
What? Because I'm in Uganda?
It's right now that
when
it's
in
making
Rome,
sense.
act like Romans do. But when it comes to communication, I'll be honest with you. Ever since I spoke to that Nigerian ambassador, or ever since he hosted me, my life changed. And guess what? Nigerians have been impactful. The reason why you see me here, I have influence. I've been influenced by Nigerians. The reason why I spiritually aspired to reach all the lengths, I've reached all the limits and find out the truth for myself about devil, about God, about the power of God, the power of Yeshua, HaMashiach, the name of Jesus Christ, and performing of miracles is because I've been inspired by Nigerians. The reason why I speak the way I speak, what you see me today, I've been inspired, and I love you, Nigerians. Keep it up, bro.
That's
Love
very
you.
good. I'll ask the producers of this podcast to allow us do another episode next time. Why? Let us have reactions from Nigerians,
Yeah.
in the comment sections of this podcast. The question is, at one time, the Nigerian president, Buhari, right, said
Buhari.
that,
Buhari.
Buhari said that the Nigerian youths are lazy and uneducated. Is
Yeah.
it true? What's your take on this? And also, can we trust the Nigerians? Like, is it easy to trust and work with the Nigerian? We want to get your reactions on this topic. So that next time when we come, we just react to the comments. Because now we need to hear from the Nigerian brothers and sisters, their take on this. And also,
It's getting hot in here.
and also they give us a quick update on the Nigerian political space, economic space, education space, entertainment space. So the next episode is going to be just about reactions from the comments that come from our viewers. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. I am Bukachimi. It's the Kings and Queens podcast. Our YouTube channel is The Men at Work. Kindly subscribe. And do not forget to hit the bell button because notifications will be coming in.
Yeah.
We want to stick and ride with you. Your closing remarks.
Okay.
V.
Like me, basically, Booker, all this time I was like, oh, Nigerians are scammers. But according to what I heard from Sheila, the man himself right here, man, Nigerians, you smart.
Hallelujah. Someone is healed.
You smart.
Someone is finally healed.
Yeah, man. You need to make me your ambassador, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Shiloh, any last remarks, man?
The man who has touched the devil. The man who felt
Yes.
the devil.
I've touched the devil.
Mm.
I know the depths of the underworld. I've been there. I'm not lying. That's not lying. That's not a lie.
Yeah, I
I've been
know.
there. Yeah, I've been there. I've been to the underworld. That's a story for another day. I've been to the underworld. I've touched the devil. I've been to some of those meetings.
Yeah.
One of them actually. And then I've also seen the glory of God.
Should we make another episode about that?
If you want.
About the
no
cult
problem.
industry?
It's okay.
Is it an industry?
I'm good, bro. You see, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
As a youth, I spent some of my time in a shrine. And
You
and one
lying.
time- I'm not lying. Let me tell you something funny. So one time, I grew up on a highway sometimes. That's why I liked having holidays. So one time, a car almost knocked me. So I went and walked back to that place where I was staying with those people.
Yeah.
And then when we're in this dark room, those people are not there.
Yeah.
I was the one who was there. When we're in this dark room, these things come up and they go up on the roof. And I don't know how those two. During the day, it was about 2 or 4 a.m., whatever. It was in the afternoon. Because you have to shut that door of that shrine very dark.
Yeah.
Then you hear a voice talking from up on the roof or the ceiling of that grass-thatched house. It's called a shrine. They're like, stop playing on the road! Stop playing on the road!
You were like,
I was like,
damn.
Are you in the
Man.
shrine?
Bro, man. So if I tell you stuff, man, I know exactly.
This guy sounds like one of the characters in Billionaires Club.
I mean, you can say that. I have no feeling. So anyway, let me just wrap it up. Nigerians, you've been so impactful. Basically, you've been running the mantle of Africa.
Yeah.
You've really impacted Africa. We have learned a lot from you, and we are yet to learn more. But you're also going to learn more from us anytime now.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Kings and Queens podcast. Kindly react because next week we are going to be reading these comments and reacting to them. We need to hear from you.
Yeah.
We need to hear from the Nigerian brothers and sisters because now we need first-hand information from people that go through these situations. Kings and Queens podcast, subscribe. We sign out. See you next week.
See you.